Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Today I'm making green pumpkin soup. So it's a little bit different than normal. We would make this pumpkin soup in the summertime while the pumpkins are still green. I live in Canada in a city, so really don't have access to the green pumpkins because nobody really wants to sell them for some reason. But anyway, I had to drive really far to get this one, and it's not as green as I wanted. But anyway, I wanted to really show you this favorite summer soup, and I think it's cooked mostly in the northern part of the country. I heard people from south, we were just feeding the pigs with it and they eat the prosciutto afterwards. So anyway, not sure if we were like that poor to eat it or it was really its specialty. Anyway, I really do like this soup, and I know other people do it as well. So I'm here to show you today how to make it. So you cut your pumpkin in half and then cut it in smaller pieces, and then you will be removing all the skin and the seeds from the pumpkin, and then we'll be shredding this. So in order to make the soup, so you're shredding it with the like the apple-sided shredder. So it's gonna be thin little noodle-like pieces that you're gonna end up with. So you continue shredding this until you have everything done. So the fact is that pumpkin is rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so making it incredibly healthy. So what's more, it's low calorie content, make it good for the weight loss. So it's a weight friendly food. So what also makes it really light dish in the summer when it's hot. So it's good to add it to your diets. So we'll be making a soup, and this is we're starting with the base of the soup, making a zafrig, zafrška, roux. So adding the flour to the hot oil, and then cooking it on a low heat until your flour browns it. So this is really giving it that starchy taste to the soup. So the key with this is the more oil you have, the longer it's gonna take to cook the flour. Also, it's better way because your flour will not burn instantly when you don't have enough oil. So the flour burns, and then if you're not careful enough, then you get a brown or black pieces, then you have to throw everything and start all over again. So it's better to be cooking it slow on a low heat and stirring it occasionally, and just continue watching it, so just so it doesn't burn. So you do that until you get a nice brownish color, like whatever your desire is. So the darker the soup, the darker this zafrig it's gonna be. So there you go, this is almost the end, so you just continue doing it, and then you add some sweet red pepper to it. And with the same thing with the red pepper, it's like you have to just stir it quickly with the flour and add the water right away, because otherwise it will start burning. So this is something you don't want to happen either, because it will gonna give you a bad taste to the soup. So bring it to boil, and so this mixture will thicken up, and this is your base for the soup. So then we are adding our shredded pumpkin, and then we'll just stir it quickly on it, and then add some salt. So the salt will help us to release the water from the pumpkin, and this is going to be your soup. So we don't want to really add water, or not that much, especially not right in the beginning. So let's see how much water will the pumpkin release with the salt. So let it cover and simmer on a low temperature for a little bit, and this is how it should look like after some time. So just continue stirring and see if it's kind of starting to be sticking to the pot, then you want to add your water, and then based how much you want to or how you wanted to eat this soup, or how thick do you want it, that's how much water you will be adding it. So it's really based on your preferences. So continue cooking like that slowly. And because I'm making soup and it's going to be eaten with the mashed potatoes, so will be adding a little bit more water. If for some reason you know, you don't really want to eat it as a soup, but then you know you like it, just the pumpkins, then you might want to make it a little bit thicker. So also when the ladies were cooking this before, they didn't have the blenders, so the soup was like this. If you today don't like this noodles, little noodle like pieces, then you can use your blender and make it like the cream soup. So we're making a mashed potatoes, so I'm showing you how I like to do my mashed potatoes. So they are already cut and peeled and cooked in the water. So once you touch you're cooking your potatoes until you touch them with a fork and they kind of fall apart, then you know your potatoes are done, and then you drain the water. And for mine, from my experience, I add some butter, some sour cream, and the milk to my potatoes, and then cover them up and let that all warm up. So the butter is gonna melt, and then sour cream and the milk, they're just really gonna become a liquid as well. So what this does, like for me, I find that was the best way to do the mashed potatoes, because they will really be so soft that literally just with a mashing tool like this, they would be just falling apart and would be very soft, like almost like a pudding shape potatoes, right? So it's very soft and creamy. So this is yeah, you don't need to mash them too much, and like it always works for me. Never have these little pieces, annoying ones that they never want to mash, so you get a really nice smooth consistency here. So your soup is ready, and this is how it looks like now. So we'll be serving this in a bowl. So on the bottom of the bowl you place your potatoes, and depend how much of the potatoes you want. Then you add your soup on the top of it, and then this is how you're going to be just eating it with a spoon afterwards. Again, so it's your preferences, how much do you want to add. You can also, you know, if you just don't find this is filling enough for you, you can have a slice of meat, some schnitzel or something like that aside, and then just have the pumpkin and the potatoes just as a side, so a little bit less liquidy. So there you go, this is your soup. You put some salt and pepper to taste. I also like to add the vinegar, although we added some vinegar in the soup just to keep the pumpkins like so they are in nice shape. But also here I like it a little bit zesty, so I add more vinegar because pumpkin on its own is quite sweet. So adding a vinegar will bring that little bit zesty taste to the soup. This is how I like it. So this is how it look like. Like I said, it's a great summer dish, easy, light in your stomachs to deal with the heat. There you go. So enjoy.